Imagine waking up tomorrow and your entire life looks different. Your bank account, your relationships, your opportunities. And instead of people asking, "How did you do it?" they whisper behind your back, "They must have sold their soul." Now, before you roll your eyes, let me be clear, this isn't about dark rituals or superstition. This is about understanding a law so powerful, so overlooked, that once you see it, you'll never manifest the same way again. Most of you are still trying to manifest like it's some kind of spiritual Amazon Prime. Visualize the car, say the affirmation, click order from the universe, and wait 2 business days. And then you wonder why nothing changes. Here's the truth. You don't get what you want, you don't even get what you think, you get what you are. The universe doesn't respond to your wish list, it responds to your vibration. Now write that down because that's the first bar of this video. See, everyone talks about the law of attraction like it's the gospel of manifestation. Like attracts like. Sounds cute, but that's surface level. The real secret is the law of vibration. Every single thing in existence vibrates at a frequency. Money, health, love, peace. If you're not vibrating at the same level, you'll never experience it. And here is why most people fail. They walking around saying, "I am abundant," but vibrating lack. They're saying, "I'm loved," but vibrating loneliness. They're saying, "I'm powerful," but vibrating fear. And the universe doesn't listen to your words, it echoes your vibration. That's why the law of attraction often feels broken. You think it's not working, when really, you're just tuned to the wrong station. Think about it like this. Imagine life is a giant radio. All the stations, money, success, love, healing, they're already broadcasting. You don't create the song. You don't beg for it, you don't affirm for it, you just turn the dial. But if your dial is stuck on static, you'll never hear the music. So the real work isn't begging the universe for what you want. The real work is changing your frequency. Let me give you an example. I used to grind. I thought if I worked harder, stayed up later, hustled longer, I could force my way into the life I wanted. But no matter how much I did, it felt like life kept handing me the same script. The same financial struggles, the same cycles, the same patterns. Until I realized it wasn't about what I was doing. It was about what I was being. My body was vibrating stress. My emotions were vibrating desperation. And no matter what my mouth was saying, my frequency was screaming, lack. When I shifted my vibration, everything changed. Opportunities started appearing that I didn't chase. Money started flowing from places I didn't expect. The right people started calling me. And it wasn't magic. It was resonance. Now I know some of you are already feeling this. So pause for a second and comment below. I am tuning my frequency. Let's make that the anchor for this first half. Because here's the kicker. If you don't master vibration, you will sabotage every manifestation. That's why some of you say affirmations for 90 days and nothing happens. That's why you journal your goals every morning and still feel stuck. You're talking to the universe in a language it doesn't understand. The universe doesn't speak English, or Hindi, or Spanish. It speaks frequency. And until you vibrate at the frequency of your desire, you're not aligned. You're just daydreaming. Let me break it down even further. There are 3 layers to manifestation. 1. Thoughts. These are surface level, quick, fleeting, often scattered. 2. Emotions. Deeper, stronger, magnetic. These begin to shape your field. 3. Identity. The deepest level. Who you are, your default vibration. Most people stop at level 1. They try to think their way into abundance. But you can't outthink your vibration, your body, your energy field, your subconscious. That's the real transmitter. So if your identity is the person who struggles, you can visualize abundance all you want, but your vibration is static. If your identity is the person who always gets betrayed, you can write "I am loved" 1,000 times, but your vibration is pain. This is why the law of attraction often fails. It's missing the foundation. The law of vibration says, shift your identity, and the universe has no choice but to echo it. So what does this mean for you? It means you need to stop asking, how do I get what I want? And start asking, how do I become the version of me who already has it? Because here's the subtle truth. The life you want already exists. It's already playing on the radio station. You don't manifest it by begging, you manifest it by tuning in. Now listen, if this is hitting you right now, smash that like button so the algorithm knows you're vibrating with this message. And don't keep this to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear the truth about vibration today. And before I continue, let me whisper something like a friend giving you a quiet tip. If you want to go deeper into this, I've put together a guide called The Quantum Bridge, the 7 Keys of Reality Creation, with bonus journal templates. It's not flashy, it's just the exact map to shifting identity and vibration. The link is in the description if you're ready to tune in. So now you know the truth. It's not about attracting, it's about vibrating. But the question is, how do you actually shift your frequency? How do you stop being the static and finally lock onto the song of your desires? I'm going to give you the exact framework. And listen carefully, because if you do this consistently, people will literally look at your life and think you hacked reality. Step 1. Emotional coherence. Your body is like an antenna, constantly broadcasting signals into the quantum field. But most people are broadcasting chaos, stress, fear, doubt. And then they wonder why life feels like static. To shift your vibration, you have to feel the emotion of the reality you want before it arrives. If you want abundance, you practice gratitude and expansion now. If you want love, you cultivate joy and connection now. This isn't faking it. It's entraining your nervous system to a new frequency. Science proves this. The HeartMath Institute discovered that your heart's electromagnetic field is 5,000 times stronger than your brain at S, which means your emotions broadcast louder than your thoughts. That's why you can say, "I'm abundant" 1,000 times. But if your heart is screaming fear, the universe listens to the fear. So every morning ask yourself, what would the version of me who already has this feel like? Then sit, breathe, and generate that feeling in your body. That's emotional coherence. Step 2. Subconscious reprogramming. Your subconscious is like the operating system of your vibration. It runs 95% of your life. If you don't rewrite the code, you'll always default back to the same patterns. The subconscious learns through repetition and emotion. That's why affirmations don't work if you're just parroting words. You have to repeat with feeling, with imagery, with embodiment. Visualization isn't about seeing, it's about being. Close your eyes and live the reality you want until your nervous system can tell the difference. And here's a trick. Do it right before bed. When your brain is in theta state, the subconscious is wide open. That's when you plant the seeds. Step 3. Identity shift. This is the deepest layer. Your identity is your vibration. You'll never outperform who you believe you are. So instead of saying, "I want abundance," I'd say, "I am abundance." Instead of, "I want to heal," say, "I am the healed one." Because identity collapses all other possibilities. Look, athletes don't just try to win. They identify as winners. Artists don't just try to create, they identify as creators. You manifest by being. Period. So every choice you make today, ask yourself, is this aligned with the version of me I'm becoming or the version I'm leaving behind? If it's the old version, don't choose it. Now here's where most people mess up. They try this for a week, then say, "It's not working." But that's like tuning your radio for 5 seconds and expecting the whole station to rewire itself. Vibration is built through consistency. Every day you're either rehearsing the old frequency or aligning with the new one. And let me drop this truth bomb. The faster you detach from needing the outcome, the faster it arrives. Why? Because desperation is low vibration. Detachment is trust. When you can feel full before the thing shows up, that's when it has no choice but to appear. So here's the challenge. For the next 7 days, don't chase. Don't beg. Don't order from the universe like it's a catalog. Instead, wake up and embody. Live as the version of you who already has it. And watch what shifts. Pause right here and drop a comment. 7 days of vibration. I want to see who's committing. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button right now. Because we're not doing surface level law of attraction here. We're diving into the mechanics of reality itself. Because here's the final truth. The universe doesn't reward effort. It rewards coherence. It doesn't care what you're saying. It doesn't care how many vision boards you've made. It cares about your frequency. When you vibrate as lack, you attract more lack. When you vibrate as abundance, you echo abundance. When you vibrate as love, you magnetize love. And when you vibrate as peace, the chaos around you dissolves. This isn't philosophy. This is resonance. This is physics. So right now, I want you to breathe deeply. Imagine tuning your inner dial, static fading, clarity coming in, and suddenly, you hear the song. That's your life. That's the signal. That's the frequency. And when you hold that station long enough, steady enough, everything around you reorganizes to match it. That's how you stop manifesting like a beggar and start vibrating like a creator. So if this message shook something inside you, like this video right now, share it with someone who needs to hear the truth about vibration, and subscribe, because this is just the beginning. Remember this, you don't get what you want, you get what you are, so be it, vibrate it, and watch reality echo back.